a wrist shot that gets past Vasilevsky, but it's wide of the net. So that Subway Series, it's really been picking up steam in terms of exposure and everything else, but it's still dangerous to draft a Russian because you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Well, you know, they have a really good league over there, and they're comfortable playing over there.
Kucherov gets it away to Grigorenko, back to Kucherov, stop! Bombers league, it's a score! Rebound! Mikhail Grigorenko! 1-0 Russia.
Well, there becomes a point in time where the goaltender can only do so much and only make so many heroic saves, and he did that here. But you gotta love Grigorenko staying with the play, head up, following it, then getting to the net and having the poise and the patience to take the puck and pull it back and then get it up and over the goaltender. Just a really good exhibition.
Well, we'll see what happens the next 40. 19 seconds to go still in this Russian power play. Arzamatsev gives it up to Yakupov with 2 shots in the first. Kucherov had 3. Yakupov back to line to Arzamatsev, back to Niall Yakupov. Cross ice pass, there's the shot, scores! Rister cleanly beats Elvis top shelf. Artem Sergeyev makes it 2-0 Russia.
And you think about Artem Sergeyev here, he kind of has to hesitate on the initial pass from Yakupov, and I think that just sets Elvis off his positioning just enough for this puck to go over his shoulder. You see it just kind of hesitate there with, and then he flips it up over the top of the net, and I think it was just enough for Elvis to overplay it, just enough. And I love the way
again, and he just misses that one-timer. Here's Kuznetsov. Back to the line. Now Jolikov's back there. Nesterov has the shot blocked, and Latvia clears it. Interesting movement by the defenseman on that power play. Quick up to Kuznetsov. Moves in, pass attempt is broken up by Freeburgs. Zaligan dug it out. Here's a chance, and they score way in front. Nothing he can do there, and Kuznetsov breaks through. His first goal of the tournament.
You know, the Latvians had the puck and then they turn it over, but now Yakupov recognizes that this is a great opportunity. Off his stick quickly, right to Kuznetsov coming back to the net, and you're right. No chance for Elvis on that one.
And is that the goal that wakes up the Russian captain, gets him going?
The Latvian defenseman, Skalay.
Here's Gusev following up. Kuznetsov almost pulled a groin trying to stay on side with Gusev dips and doodles in the neutral zone there. Here's Gusev in the corner. He's got Kucherov puck in front. Kuznetsov scores. That is a beauty.
The beautiful thing about that is Nikita Gusev fires that puck right through the crease area, and Kuznetsov showing off the abundance of skill and taking it at one fell swoop and burying it before Elvis can get anywhere near making the save. He also, you talked about him nearly having a groin injury. That's effort to stay on side too, and that's what they're looking for Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Look at this shot.
Oh, unbelievable.
And that replay doesn't do the justice how much mustard was on that shot. Guess what, folks? Guess who's arrived at the tournament? Moved up the boards and back up the center. Gusev pushes it into the zone where it's met by Lipsburgs. Loose puck for Gusev. Gusev a little flick pass met by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov turns away, puts it back into the middle, right in front. They score! Jolikovov makes it 5-0 Russia.
Did you say that Kuznetsov has arrived in a big way? And you watch now, I think one of the things for Valerie Bragg and the coach, you know, when you have experience with a top player like Kuznetsov, who has performed at the highest level at the most important times, you know what he's capable of doing, and you keep that belief. And now Kuznetsov is rewarding them in that belief, and they're going to need their captain, especially if Michael Grigorenko's injury is serious.
Just slides it past the open side of the net. And Verzlikic will cover up at the post.
You talk about Nikita Gusev. He's got a tremendous amount of confidence playing, and he can shoot the puck. He's really good in tight, but also as well can make some nice passes, as we saw in that last goal by Kuznetsov.
And Gusev and Kucherov played together back in Russia, so that you can see the on-ice chemistry between 8 and 9. Here's Kucherov to Kuznetsov. Got a 3-point night on the go. First 3 points of the tournament. I think there's a few more coming. There's a blast. They score! One-timer from the far side by Nikita Gusev.
On the receiving end from Evgeny Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov does a brilliant job here of using a little bit of a deceptive move, turning his back and then throwing it on the backhand right over there to Gusev, and he doesn't waste any time getting it off his stick, but you got to like this creativity by Kuznetsov. Beautiful play. And that's 4 points now for Kuznetsov, and to the net.
He wears number 10. Oh, look out, here they come right in front. Gusev scores! Second goal of the game for Gusev. He and Kucherov were lights out.
You know, Kuznetsov moving into the middle of the ice where Grigorenko was, which is a story in itself. But Kuznetsov versatility, his ability, his smarts to be able to play in there, he just gives it a little flip. They had 2 guys lined up on the left side of the ice, on the left wing side, that allowed them to create that quick 2-on-1 down the middle of the ice. And that's a set play off the faceoff by the Russians, lining up Kucherov and Gusev to the...
Swiss have had hard luck so far, trying to get some results. Played a good game against Russia, lost 3-0. Despite the fact they have played him, here comes Kuznetsov in over the line, drops it off, Kulikov scores! Kulikov's a goal, and you can give another assist to Evgeny Kuznetsov, 6th point of the night.
Started the third period, playing on the right wing with Kulikov and Zemchenko, and the magic of his offensive night doesn't seem to have an end. Just a great play hitting Kulikov coming down the middle of the ice. But when you make yourself dangerous like Kuznetsov has throughout the game, you have to respect him. He draws a defender to him, and then just...
that they're facing. Back to the line and right in on Vasilevsky, who, oh, by the way, still has not allowed a goal in his 5+ periods that he's played now. Here's Yakupov, drops it off, Koklachev right in, scores! And the floodgates have opened up on Latvia. Russia is all over them.
Yes, they are. You see Yakupov using that speed, but then showing off the great poise and waiting. He looks like he may look at Teligin, but finds the late arriving Koklachev. Koklachev knows how to finish. That's the 3rd point for Yakupov.
Boy, poor Brazilic. He was left all alone on that one. Latvia is just going to try to hang on here now. Russia, they see the green light is on, flashing green. Look at this. Gusev moves in, drops it off, cutting in, Kuznetsov scores! Do you believe this?
Well, believe it, because Evgeny Kuznetsov is putting on an offensive clinic. In their last game, when he pulled up in that spot, he didn't get anything off, but he comes right into here. What a great pass, starting this off. Kucherov on the hard backhand to Gusev, and then Gusev says, okay, Mr. Kuznetsov, you have the hot hand. Let's see just how hot it is. And poor Elvis again. I mean, you're right alone against one of the world's best 20 and under players. Good luck.
This is remarkable what is going on here, because he finished last year's tournament with 11 points after a slow start. He's got 7 tonight. 3 goals, 4 assists. Now the record at the World Junior.
Kuznetsov.
Keep the confidence going. Kulikov walks it over the line, and he moves in. He's walked all the way around the net, centers it, and that was broken up, goes back in behind the nets and around the boards. Kuznetsov in front. They score again. Quick release. Zinchenko. 11-0.
It doesn't matter what line Kuznetsov gets out there with. I'm thinking they could put Antipin up on the forward line and Zeldikov, and they'll score the way he's going right now with Kuznetsov. I mean, Zinchenko, here comes the play down below, a little kick pass, I think, that ends up on the stick. It might be the 8th point of the night for Kuznetsov.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. He did, I don't think he touched it with his stick. The way Canada was playing and in control. After the period started, it was, the party was on. Girgensson goes to the net, and Blugers just misses on the return feed. Kosov in over the line for the Russians, into the middle for Polkov. Kosov scores! 12-0.
There can only be an even dozen, but Polkov right in the slot area, waits, allows Kosov to get open. Kosov's ready to fire that puck. They practiced that in the warm-up on the 2-on-1s, and you see the ability to get the puck quickly off the stick. Kosov buries it. Again, really no chance for Kosov. He's got to respect Polkov in the slot.
Dangles his way in, stops up, flips it back to the line for Antipin. Ozhiganov with a drive, tipped by Koklachev on the way by. Ozhiganov looking for Telegan. Broken stick is on the ice. One of the penalty killers for Latvia is without a stick. It's Klavitz. In front, Koklachev makes it 13-0.
We know the Russians have tremendous skill, and they're displaying it in all its forms in this game. But really, for Elvis Merzlinch, there's no chance on these plays. These are highly skilled players, bang, bang plays, coming right down, scoring from 15 feet or in closer. He just has no chance.
Here is Neimanis. He carries it in, tries to center it, bounce in front, as Russia desperately tries to get one past Vasilevsky. Here they come. There's Gusev. Up high. Nesterov scores. And another assist. Another assist for Yevgeny Kuznetsov.
9 points. Coming in here.
3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points on the night, 1 off the tournament record.
Yeah, it's such an impressive performance, and let's keep in mind that he had no points at the...
The Russians are back. 14-0 final, led by a 9-point night for their captain, Yevgeny Kuznetsov. 3 goals, 6 assists, second highest single game performance in World Junior history. It was all the Big Red Machine tonight in Calgary.